player's planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money and whatever else bring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Player's Planet. Take me. Guitar Player's Planet. 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 Guitar Player's Planet.
What is
Here is
It is Scott.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's going on? What's happening to everybody in AstroWorld land? How's it going, everybody? Sorry that the music started so late. I just was so far behind, and I was sitting there talking with Pete and Scott and Eric offline, and it was just so much fun. I lost it. So I just lost the second time. So how's it going, everybody? It is 9:05 on Wednesday night. We're here for AstroWorld's Wednesday night astrophotography chat. For those of you that don't know us, we have Astro with Eric on the top with me, and Pete Myers on the bottom, and Scott Cole right next to him. And hopefully, I think he's upright tonight, and hopefully he doesn't drool on himself like give us the comic relief that we've been used to. But
Yeah, I hope you're drinking coffee. Scott, you got coffee in that container?
No coffee, just water.
Iced tea.
What's up, guys?
Nothing, man. Chilling. We got some good news. Before I get into the normal spiel. I booked another. Actually, I got something yelling at me on the other one. So give me 1 second. I'm going to mute this site. And there we go. Looks like I'm still getting it. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm having the YouTube channel is feeding back on me. There we go. I got it now. There we go. I kept on hearing my own voice, and it was a big mess. So it looks like that Scott Roberts is going to be returning to the channel. Yeah.
Nice.
And did I lose everybody? Let's see. I muted unmute site. There we go. Yeah. So Scott Roberts looks like he's going to be returning. I spoke to Scott. Let's see. 3 days ago, I spoke to him, and he's willing to come back on and hang out with us. And it's gonna be cool. Scott's always got some cool stories, so he's always on Explore Alliance. For those of you who don't know who Scott Roberts is, Scott Roberts is the CEO of Explore Scientific. He is the normal face that you see on Explore Alliance. He has his weekly, or what is it, bi-weekly? He's on all the time.
Yeah,
he's literally on. He's on. I'm always getting notifications. Explore Alliance is on. It's on. So it's always on. So it's always good to have him and Explore to tell us some of the new stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I was asked by Tyler to come on the AstroWorks show on Friday. So Friday, I'm going to be at AstroWorks with Tyler's show. So that'll be before our show.
Okay.
So I think it's 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern. I don't know. I'll put out a blast on what, and that's going to be interesting. It's more about the trials and tribulations of stuff that's going on. The Captain 404 with the Doom shirt.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, every once in a while, I gotta throw it on this.
Yeah, I haven't worn my Dune shirt in a while. I got a newer one, but
it's all good.
Can't wait for the new one to come out. So let's talk, because we have an upgrade on the sponsors. So let's talk about the sponsors.
What?
A little bit of an upgrade. What just happened?
And there goes Dan.
There we go.
I hit F5 to show the screen, and apparently F5 reloads the site. So I was on the wrong screen. Yeah. So
we shuffled now.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
I'm not even. I had a thought of something, and I said, family show. I'm not going there.
Let's keep it G-rated. And let's see, share screen, and yes, I understand, and share screen number 2. Well, we're having some issues here on this one, and that wasn't me that time. But sorry about that, everybody. All right, so there we go. So we have a couple of sponsors that we'd like to thank. So thank you to our first sponsor at the main sequence level. It's Woodland Hills Camera and Telescopes. They will be giving us a lot of raffle stuff in the very near future. And more on that after I talk about the rest of the sponsors. The next sponsor we have, and I don't know if you remember the graphic from last week, there's a picture missing here. But at the Red Giant level, we have Prima Luce Lab and Camera Concepts and Telescope Solutions out on Long Island. Another, if you don't know who they are, go check them out. Prima Luce does the Eagle, and actually Pete is with Woodland Hills, and I'm with Camera Concepts. So, go check that out. And then at the Supergiant level, Masters of PixInsight. Now, Masters of PixInsight was extremely generous in what they're giving away. We have over 100 giveaways, which includes yearly IP for AP memberships, and free Masters of PixInsight workshops, amongst other things. So they have surpassed the Red Giant level, and they have entered the Supergiant level, and that's Masters of PixInsight. So thank you for all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without you, and we'll talk a little bit more about the raffles in 1 second.
So the Supergiant level, like the level, like is that like, if we're comparing levels, is this like the size of Beetlejuice?
Well, that's a red Supergiant, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So something that big, and we have no Protostar level. Nobody took on the Protostar, which is the kind of like entry level end. It's they're giving away stuff, but everyone was going for the other levels. So I mean, we got books and filters and accessories from Woodland Hills. We're gonna have gift cards and a whole bunch of stuff from Camera Concepts. We're gonna have a big giveaway from Prima Luce in the summer, and then every single show until the end of the year, we could give something away without running out. So every show, we're going to be doing something. More news on that. Go look at the website. Something's going to go up sometime tonight, and it's going to be wild.
Cap's killing me. Cap's killing me.
What's the black hole level?
What's black hole level?
So I haven't made a black hole level.
I'm whoa.
I just had to make a new level to get to the Supergiant. So now if somebody...
A hypergiant. Don't forget, you got a hypergiant, right?
You got a hypergiant, yeah, or just something that sucks in the prizes like a black hole, like sucks in the light.
The black hole, yeah. You got to have the YU Scutty level.
Yeah. It just,
I can't.
No kidding. It just sucks you in.
What's the other one? VY counts the doors, right?
Suck you back in. But I can't say enough about the sponsors that we've been getting. I can't say thank you enough, because this is going to be great for the entire membership, and it's everything from stuff that you need for your rig to tutorials that you need for pre and post processing. It's amazing what people are giving away or letting us give away for them. So thank you so much to everybody.
Just a shout out to Thomas. Hey, Thomas, sincerely, thank you for the Eagle. Thank you.
Oh, no.
It's a surprise. You blew it, man. Rewind.
Everybody erase that.
Everybody just la 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 la.
I'm not listening to Jeffrey.
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon. Moving on. We got some guests coming up again. March 9th is coming up really fast. We're gonna have Roland Archer is gonna give us a rundown of the Voyager acquisition software, which is awesome. And then we got Hendrick. I hope he's okay. From March 18th for the Star 8. Again, it's like I say it every week. It's like kind of a self-contained auto guider. It's really, really cool little, really intuitive little piece of machinery. And then tentatively, March 25th, Scott Roberts is going to be returning. And he is the CEO from Explore Scientific. He's going to come on. And if you saw him on the last show that he was on, he had some wonderful stories. And it was just a blast. And, you know, I'll never forget the one about the blowing up eyepieces and rig that, you know, that he keeps, that burnt up eyepiece on his desk. I thought that was kind of cool. But Bob Denny April 6th from Alpaca. He's going to give us a rundown. I have a feeling that that's going to be a little bit more. If anybody has seen the last show with Rumen, he did a very technical description of indigo. I think Alpaca is going to be along those lines.
It was very detailed.
Yeah, it was very detailed.
Very detailed.
And it was very technical.
That. Yeah,
I appreciate that too. Absolutely. But there's a lot of information out there. And remember, like we always say at the end of every show, keep educating. And that's all what this is all about. And then April 13th, we have Charles Bracken, the author of Deep Sky Imaging Primer, amongst a bunch of other books. So that's going to be awesome.
Other books he's read.
Yeah, and I know Pete and I are working on a couple other ones. Colin Haig from Software Bisque, Chris Woodhouse. He's another well-known author. And who is the other one, Pete?
No. Colin Haig is with the Fraction Limited, SBIG, and then Richard Wright.
Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff. We're already booking into May already, so it's gonna be awesome. And there's also, if you don't like YouTube, you can check us out on any of other social media platforms: Discord, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So thank you very much. And that's my spiel. I think I did my 7 minutes. And that's it for that. Let me see if I can do this without messing it up. There we go. And there we go.
All right.
So there's really no agenda for tonight. There's no guest star. There's no nothing. And for those of you that I apologize, I got to apologize to Hogarth. I tried so hard on getting his image up on the music screen before the show. It just wasn't meant to be. Next week, I'll be putting up the two winners, the last week's and this week's winner. LaDonna is on, Al is on, Mark. What is this eagle you speak of?
I don't know. I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. So, hey, you know, I do have some more good news. Guess what shipped yesterday?
What shipped?
My precise parts part for the Arco.
It's on its way.
It's on its way.
It come through.
It will be here on Saturday, supposedly. Nice. So hopefully I can get back to imaging, put my rig back together, and just in time for Galaxy season, which I have too short a telescope and focal length to really do anything. But that's where I'm at.
Marcarian's chain.
What's that? Yeah, I could do Marcarian's chain. Yep. Yeah, I could do that. I could do a bunch of stuff. I could do 101. I could do, I could do a bunch of stuff. At 9, I'm at 952. So
yeah.
So I could do a bunch of stuff. Did they send the hex wrenches you need? Oh, I think he's talking Al. Sorry. Yeah, I think he's talking Al. Leo Triplet. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. I know. I'm just making fun of stuff. Yeah. That's just. I know there's plenty of galaxies out there that do that that are relative decent size for 1,000 millimeter focal length. But usually you really want something of an 8-inch or better. But yeah, so that's coming too. What's that?
Something with reach.
Yes.
Yeah, that's hence the 9 1/4, which.
Really? Okay, can you guys only see me? I have no idea what just happened. I have no idea what just happened. I think maybe Dan got nuked. Holy cow, he just completely dropped out. Wow. It was all me all the time.
Holy cow!
Is that working?
I was the only one there. Everybody's like,
Scott
hey,
was the
it's
only
Scott's
one.
show now.
Wow, something is not working right with Melon tonight. Melon is not.
There it goes again.
Wow.
Definitely not being nice.
Holy cow. Technical issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Russian hackers, right, Dan? Is that what it is?
Yep, it's the Russian hackers.
So everybody's on. I think everybody's working now. Everybody can see everybody
Anonymous
now?
hack view.
You see, this is the beauty of live TV.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, really, man.
Yeah,
You
I
can't,
think we're good.
you can't script this stuff, dude.
No,
you can't.
you can't make this stuff
just
up.
Adds flavor, you know. It adds character. This is freaking awesome.
You know what? And that's what makes us the people that we are. We are just so much fun. We roll with it.
We roll with it. Darn right.
All right. So what's everyone been up to over the past week? What's going on?
Getting frustrated with weather.
Well, besides that, that's why I'm drinking my iced tea.
Oh.
Yeah, because here I was. Oh, and I've and I'm gonna have to build myself a new PC. I have to build myself a new rig.
Do it.
I hate this because I can't. I was making my FLT 91 video.
Yep.
Putting it all together, and I was also doing screen recordings, and I did the screen recording, and the entire thing, when I was ready to convert it to an MP4, it just froze on me, and the entire video,
no,
gone.
Oh, that's horrible.
So I was like, man, this, and then of course, on you check all the weather apps, you check the weather stations. I talked to Alexa, all this other sort of stuff, and yeah, none of them were right. I mean, clouds rolling in. I'm ready to roll on my on my target, ready to do things, and then clouds, and no kidding, Cap. Good luck on a graphics card. No kidding.
Yeah, $1,000 for a cheap one.
Yeah, I know.
It's bad. It's bad. It's so bad. I mean, I'm lucky that I had an old 2060 in my other computer that I've been using. I'm just waiting for. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for something to happen.
Because this is I think in this one it's like a 1060.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's slow, but yeah. So back to the drawing board on my video. So it is going to come, guys, but what can you do? Technology.
What's his name? Frank AstroPuppet did an NZXT build. He's
okay.
Yeah, that's one of those like online computer builder companies.
Okay.
They're pretty good. They got some good reviews. So
okay.
And he's been having nothing but great luck with it. I mean, he spent like $4,000 on this build, and it's
wow.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I just love the hobby, because my background being in IT. I just built my own rigs. So this is the only time I've never built my rig, and it stinks. It sucks.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I bought an Alienware.
They haven't been the same since Dell bought them. I'm just letting you know.
It hasn't. But I bought an Alienware because I bought their laptop when it was pre-Dell Alienware laptop. I was able to do everything. I mean, I was running, massive frames per second, doing high-speed video gaming on this laptop.
Oh, yeah,
this is
gaming
awesome.
center.
Yeah, but then I bought an R9 pre-Ryzen. This is before Ryzen.
Before Ryzen.
And I bought the R9, the Aurora, and it was good for about 3 months. And in perfect Dell fashion, it just starts crapping out on you after like 3 to 6 months, and it starts getting slower and slower because all that Dell software just keeps on bogging down your system, and no matter how much you take off, something still comes. It's like I don't even say it's like a bad rash. I'll just leave it that way, and it just keeps on coming back, and it's just horrible. And that's when me and Jason got together, and we built this thing. Well, I built a lot of I bought a lot of the components because of what he suggested, but I got what do I got? A Ryzen 9 16 core, 128 gig of RAM, the 2060 that from the only surviving piece from the Alienware was the 2060. The what was it? The Aorus Master motherboard, 3 onboard M2 drives. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. But always do your own build when you're doing stuff like this, because you know what? Tell me if I'm wrong. One of the biggest things you could do to help you with your post processing is have a decent computer to process.
Yep. That's it. Cat, why is there nothing on my green screen? It's because Melon.
What do you mean because Melon?
I'm serious. I don't know. It must, or it's like I said, or it's my PC.
Oh,
because I just rebooted this sucker, and
I don't know.
So no, I've been surfing Newegg and other spots. So
yeah, I got all my components from Newegg.
So, but yeah, so I was actually working on a video with the new FLT 91. I do have still my a lot of the video that I did from my phone or my iPad, but anything that I did screen recording, it was totally gone. But it's pretty cool. I was actually, and I'll just say what I was going to actually be targeting, because I mentioned it before, was M78, because right now, that now we're in March. We're getting ready to move into Galaxy season, Milky Way season. Those are happening now. And, and Orion's probably only going to be with us for a little while longer. The fall and winter constellations that are here with us at night.
They're heading to the
west. They're heading to the west, and the southern hemisphere is going to enjoy them a little bit now, while we get the summer stuff. We get Scorpio, we'll get Scorpius, we'll get what else? Virgo will be out there. So you get the Mercurius chain, which Mercurius chain is just anything in Virgo.
That whole Virgo cluster
cluster, the entire almost the entire constellation is just filled with galaxies. I mean, it is just insane, the number of galaxies that are just in Virgo, which is why you really want to grab, if you can, get that long focal length telescope if you can, or if you want to do even a bit of like what you have, a 127, or with my 91, get Mercurius chain, or just grab that just a cluster of all these different galaxies. So there's out there. Of course, you got the Triangulum, Andromeda still floating, still around. So this is the time, we're getting that time for Galaxy season, and one of my other, and like I said, in Milky Way. So it's going to be a lot of fun stuff happening that's coming up very, very soon with the equinox and everything. And now with the equinox, we're getting closer to those.
Don't say it. No,
I know. We're getting closer and closer to those shorter nights and longer days, so
really short on the East Coast. You start imaging at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Dreadful. You get like 5 hours of imaging a night now until
it is. It's never fun.
But I always liked the way, I started to do a Mercurius chain project before I got the 127. I really like the way that it gets framed in like a 400 millimeter kind of, that size scope, because you get the whole. You get the whole loop.
You get the whole curve. You get the whole loop. Yeah. So you so with a 400 mil, or you get the the Red Cat 51, any of those, you can frame up the Markarian's chain really, really well. And I haven't taken it myself in quite some time. I don't think I've taken it since I had my former GT71. So it may be a fun target to go after.
So I'm thinking about. I'm going to throw this out to the team to chime in. I'm really seriously thinking about, and it may sound like a bad thing. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm thinking about getting a red cat.
Okay.
Not for not to put on the EQ8R, but something to use to test cameras, other things that's just like really. I don't have to do anything to it. I can just throw it on there, put it on the EQM35, and be done with it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting that because I could get one for like dirt cheap, I think, right now. So
yeah, I mean,
a 71?
No, 51. 51.
A red cat 51.
I'm not spending $1,700 on a 71. If I can spend $1,700, I'll buy another Esprit.
Yeah. I mean, the red cats are, to George's point, they make great guide scopes.
Yep.
So if you wanted to, you can set it up where you have it with your 127. And if you wanted to, just use it as far as something dual setup, you can, long and short focal length. But Markarians will be awesome. I love how I can, with Orion, how I can get so much of the constellation with the 51, especially with getting M42 and the flame and horse head, as well as I think I even was able to squeeze get close to even squeeze in M78 a bit. It's getting close. I don't think I actually got it when my previous time, but it's great. There's just with the 51, and it's just one of the best lightweight travel scopes. You don't really have that you can. It's so versatile. I mean, I just like it. Don't have to worry about a reducer or a flattener or anything like that. It's all good.
Yeah, I was just thinking about getting that, whatever, the Deep Sky Dad or like something like that to make the automated focuser with the EAF, and I just throw an ASI Air on it and be done with it.
Yeah,
and it's a proven scope. It's a proven.
It's a really good scope, and I'll say right now there's William Optics is one of, at least from what I've seen so far, one of the few scope manufacturers that actually is that's actually supplying some of their scopes. I mean, because of the supply chain issues, of course, we all know what's happening with Celestron. You can't really get any scope for Celestron, or Mead or any of these others. It's really difficult.
Well, nobody's getting any Meads.
No.
Nobody's getting any Meads for quite some time, right, Peter?
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? I read an article today that they're starting to manufacture.
Are they really?
Yep.
So Orion's starting to put out product, huh?
Yeah, but it's going to probably be at least 8 months to a year before they finally get it all out there. But they're starting to.
Wow, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah. I've actually seen photos of that 180, and it is crazy. That is a super monster.
It's a bazooka.
It is. William's right there holding it and everything, and
looks like he's gonna fall over.
Yeah, he does. He looks like he's gonna fall over. It looks like if you were able to turn that, on his vertical, it's almost as tall as he is.
Telling you.
He wants to make a scope like Yuri does with the Tech 250.
Right. That's crazy. That's a ridiculous scope, man. That's observatory class. I mean,
that is. I mean, I would not want to take, but that's observatory, and I would not want to take that on and off of that mount. That's going to have to be something where, okay, I get me and my sons up there, and we get that sucker on there, and and that's it. that would be like forever. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. George Lutz said, "Yeah, let's come out with a Red Cat 180."
Oh my good lord!
You know what a Red Cat 180 would cost if a 71
You know how much,
is $1,700?
you know how much, you know how hard it would be to focus a Red Cat 180 trying to turn the
I think they would forego the barrel helical. I think they would kind of figure out another way.
Yeah, they'd be using a Crayford.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying. It'll just be so funny.
You'd have to use an Optic Gemini for something like that.
Exactly. Oh man,
my mic just died. There we go. Am I back? Yeah.
yeah, you're fine.
Don't touch any
No,
buttons.
it's disconnected.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean that'd be hilarious. It's like changing a tire, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but
I know. If forget trying to hook that up to an autofocuser. Do you imagine the belt you'd need?
you need a radiator belt.
You would. I'd have to get a fan belt.
You need a radiator belt. You'd have to like start up the car and do an alternator. You know.
Are you insinuating that a robofocuser wouldn't work?
You could try.
Oh,
I wouldn't suggest it.
That would be awesome. No, I would love to. Yeah,
I
that
know
would be a great
somebody
concept
out there
that we
would
bring out.
somebody out there would try it.
180.
I'm telling you. Hey, don't get me wrong. I am sure that the Red Cat 91 is next.
Oh, it is.
I'm sure.
It is.
You know,
it totally is because
I don't know if they'll go any bigger than that though.
I don't think they will.
Not with that type of Petzl with the helical focuser anyway.
No, but when I had a conversation, I actually had a conversation with William over Facebook Messenger last year, and we chatted for like 10 minutes, and he was actually telling me that they're gonna look at doing a 91, a 91 millimeter Red Cat. Yep. So it's gonna come.
Yep,
I'm sure.
It's gonna be huge, and it's gonna be a seller. You know what? He really came on to something really good with the 51, and he followed it up with the 71, and as long as he could not fall into the trap that some other telescope optics have come up with. What I mean by that is, coming out with something that's great, then coming out with the next one so fast that it's not so great. But William Optics doesn't have
like
that
the
issue.
iPhone.
Okay, we could say that. He comes out with awesome stuff. He's quality all through and through. So
yeah.
I'm looking on the William Optics site right now. They've got quite a few scopes. They're not fully loaded, but they've got quite a few scopes. They got them in stock.
They're Taiwanese, right? They're Taiwanese.
Taiwanese, yes, they are.
So
yes, they
I'm wondering how effective how the effect of the supply chain is really affecting them, or did they have all that kind of stuff on hand?
They've got. Now they have also opened up recently the William Optics, the WO Boys, which is their U.S. website.
Okay.
Because they do have I guess a presence or a warehouse or something here in the U.S. where they're actually putting in equipment and sending it direct from here in the U.S. to American customers. So if you go to their website, there is something there called, I think it's called WO Boys or something like that. And I was like, wow, they've got some sort of presence here right now. Yeah, WO Boys USA.
Okay.
Nice.
So it shows what they've got in stock right now, and what's available, what's not available, stuff like that.
So he's going from the WO 132 to a 180.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So there's nothing in between. He doesn't have like a 152.
He does have a 150. Yeah. He has a 156.
Or a star.
156.
He has the FLT 156, and he has the 130, the FLT 132, the 156, and now the Fluorostar 180.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he has all those, and then I'm actually waiting for him to just go for broke and break out at 200. I'm serious. I'm waiting for him to go for broke and bring out a 200 F7. I can.
200 F7.
Boy, to put that on the mount.
F7, I can see an F8, but F7, boy.
Yeah, maybe an F8. But can you imagine that if he does an F8, now you're talking 1600. Focal length.
Yeah,
it's like
that's a beast. That's a beast.
But that would be such a monster.
Dude, you're looking at $30,000 for a scope.
Yeah, and you need two people to put it on a mount.
Yeah, you will. You would.
And it never comes down. It won't ever come down.
That's what I'm saying. That would never come off. I'd have to get a CEM 120 or something even heavier than that to support that guy, and it would never come off.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is you'd be looking at like a plane wave CDK 17. I mean, you're looking at $28,000 right there, and you've got 3,200 millimeter vocal length.
Yeah.
So,
but it would be absolutely insane. Can you imagine if they did something like that? Because, like I said, he's got the 180. Why not go? Yeah. Why not go for broke?
Big or go home?
Exactly. Why not throw on 20 more millimeters?
Go home, right? He says, if Yuri can do it, I'm going to do it.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
So you know what I do? I kind of what I want to throw this out, and I know it might be going off the beaten path here for a little bit with the picture of the week. We got to come up with some kind of. I mean, we're getting a lot of submissions. We got like 7 last week. We have 6 or 7 so far this week, and we're getting more. And I know that we kind of spoke a little bit about rules and stuff like that about the picture of the week. We didn't really kind of it'll all be formalized on the webpage. But I think we should come up with something like. I know we spent some time talking about it. I want to say 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago that all the pictures of the week, they become eligible to win picture of the month. And from that picture of the month, only one winner could have a picture of the month. So you can have January, February, March, April. Yep. You can get multiple pictures of the week nominations, but you can only win one picture in a month.
Correct.
Okay. That gives everybody a chance to win the picture of the year, which will have some fabulous prizes and from the Closet of Death or something, and something like that. So let's talk a little bit about deadlines of when to get pictures in. I know we spoke a little bit yesterday. We went back and forth about what it is. What do you guys think about deadlines and announcements on what the picture of the week should look like?
Well, definitely before Monday.
Mm-hmm.
On or about Monday, on or before. I mean, so we have time to look at it.
So on or before Monday for a decision on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yeah.
Want to do that? We can do that. Go ahead, Pete. You got something to say?
Well, no, I was just going to say, Tom just brought up a good point, is that we should also have stated that you wanted this photo for competition or just basically for just review. Because if you don't want to go ahead and put it into competition, like Tom had just said, let's not put it into competition. So definitely tell us if you want to submit it for competition or is it just for critiquing?
Yeah, so just on that note, that the folder that I have shared on the Google Drive is only for submissions for the AstroWorld picture of the week. So that's it. If you want to have something critiqued or something like that, or something to look at on the live show, feel free to email me. Everybody, I think, has my email. If you want, I'll throw it up there real quick. And at that point, you could put that in the email. And you can email it right there and say, "Hey, Dan, can you throw this up on the show for the live show?" And that would be that. Yeah. If and that would just keep them separate, so there's no kind of mistaking. Because I know some people don't want to be submitted into copy, and that's fine. That's fine. We got a couple of other things from. Tom sent 3 pictures, like takes on the Crescent Nebula to take a look at. And then, again, just if you want to be submitted in there, and I'll share the I'll actually share the link again. AstroPod submissions, get link, and copy, and chat.
Hey, MX Quattro, was your monkey
Yep,
head?
that's Bob.
Was that a TIFF file?
It was.
Yeah, because that's what we want, right? We want a TIFF file.
Yeah, we
TIFF
like a TIFF file, or what, Scott?
PNG.
PNG, something high def that's not compressed.
Yeah.
Anything like that is fine. Just also, can you please attach, if it's not an AstroBin link, which again, that is fine as well. But if it's not some sort of link that you get the full resolution, please put a text message in there saying, or a text file or a Word doc saying that, what the specs are for the camera, the amount of exposures, the scope, your Bortle scale, all that kind of stuff. So if you could do that, that would be great. Because that's all the stuff.
The only problem with the TIFF files, and it might be also with the PNG, is the file size. They're just enormous.
Yeah.
However, all that resolution is coming through.
Yep.
Now, you might be able to get away with a super high resolution JPEG, but it would have to be at its highest settings.
What's the high settings of JPEG? Is it a 12? The slider,
12,
right?
yeah, but I mean,
12.
as far as size, it has to be the high res.
Okay.
Up over.
Yeah,
4,000.
you can't do the JPEGs just get squashed, and you really can't pull any. You can't pull any resolution. Once you zoom in, it's just a mess.
Yeah.
Hey, Quattro. I was telling this to Dan earlier. I don't know if you've seen Quattro's TIFF file, Dan, yet.
I'm looking at it right now.
Open it up.
I got it.
What do you see?
I see the monkey head.
Really?
Really? Yeah, share my screen.
I see Dan's head, Eric's head, Scott's head, and my head.
Ba-dum-bum.
Which one's the monkey head?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Knew that was coming, but it's going to be a long night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Guaranteed.
We're pushing.
Yeah, so here's my Pix Insight. Hold on a second. And let me put it on screen too. So
Yeah, Mark Ellis.
Oh, you opened it up. Okay, that's probably why.
Yeah, Mark gave us a vote for all four of us.
yeah, so there's a monkey head.
Yeah.
Okay, then I must have. Okay, I was using a TIFF viewer. Okay.
Although it's titled Money Head.
Well, we got a gradient, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, there's a red to green. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks like
that was
looks like there's some spacing, some flattener spacing issues.
Because when I opened it up, I didn't actually see the monkey head. I just saw stars.
Oh yeah, you can see we got a little elongation. Look at
That's wicked elongation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely got some flattener spacing issues there. They're all going towards the center looks good here. But around the corners, you got like warp speed going on.
I wonder, is that flattener or is that the back?
No, he confirmed that's before I fixed my back spacing issue, and he fixed all that. So,
what I would do is I would crop that just to get the center and get rid of all the extraneous, because it's too busy. You just want to kind of focus right on the center portion.
Yeah, just do where is it? Dynamic crop.
Yeah, just do a crop.
There you go, and just do something like then that gets rid of some of your gradient issue too. Something like that.
Yep, just like that. Yep.
Yeah. Hey guys, take me off for a second. I'll be right back.
Yep. Kind of do something like that. Like that.
Yep. Can you rotate it, Dan, to the right?
Oh, doggy. Come on.
You got it?
Oh, wrong way. Come on, man. I should have just done fast rotation. Oh, I hate this. Come on. 180. There we go. There you go.
There you go, Dan. Yep.
Yeah, so, this always reminds me of like what is it, Planet of the Apes.
It does, doesn't it?
Totally. Let me take Eric off for a second. There we go. And, overall, you got some really cool detail on it. I mean,
yeah. I mean, once again, if you get the gradient and you just do a little saturation, a little added contrast.
I'm just playing around, guys, so keep on talking if you want. Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Nice.
It looks like Chewbacca.
What just happened? Oh, my goodness, what was that? Oh, my Pix Insight just crashed on me. That never happens. But anyway.
It did.
That's okay. I was just playing around with it. It does look like Chewbacca. But
yeah, if you turn it upside down, it looks like the heat miser from Rudolph.
Yeah. Oh man, that guy gave me nightmares. That guy gave me nightmares when I was a kid, man. I was scared to death of the heat miser.
The heat miser?
Oh man, he scared the hell out of me.
He does. You turn that monkey out over, it looks like the heat miser.
Somebody else is texting me. Eric messaged me.
Yeah, he says
he's back. Oh, okay. Yes, you are back. There you go.
Yeah, I heard, sorry, it was like this huge boom.
I heard the dog. Was that the dog?
No, it sounded like it was, Robin said it was like maybe one of my kids, backpacks filled with all kinds of crap.
Great.
Dropped and boom. I was just like, I thought somebody had fallen down the stairs or something.
It was Aunt Bunny.
Yeah. That bunny.
Aunt Bunny's coming to get me.
That bunny's coming to get me. Come to get me, Gus.
So anyway. So we got a bunch of picks in there. So what we came up with was this, I guess. So, and I'll put these rules on the website. So, we got entries by midnight on Sunday. No, let's say 5 p.m. Monday. Let's say 5 p.m. Monday.
5 p.m. Monday. Okay.
5 p.m. Monday for a, everyone will judge it, put in your votes, and then we'll release it on Wednesday's show with the splash screen like Pete suggested. It'll be on the music screen. I'll have it up there. Say congrats to this week's picture of the week. I'll make it nice and pretty. And then everybody who gets pictures of the week will be eligible for picture of the month. We'll have 12 pictures of the month. Not this year, but on normal years, we'll have 12 pictures of the month. And then those pictures of the month will be eligible for picture of the year. And we just lost Eric again.
Eric.
So those will become eligible for picture of the year, which will be eligible for a giveaway at the end of the year. Yep. So I think that kind of works. All right.
I like that.
And we can still do the calendar.
Oh yeah, the calendar too. Yeah, that's right. So everybody on the picture of the year, what I'll do in February of the next year, will come out with the 2023 calendar with all the pictures of the year from the year before.
Yeah, Absolutely. I like that. That's a good idea, Dan.
Yeah. No, I think Scott came up with that one, so I can't take credit for that.
No.
So that's a really good idea. I think that's freaking awesome. But
yeah, my wife could actually design it.
Oh, nice.
And
yeah.
I just need to
So
get
what I'll
missions, raw images. Yeah, she could put it together. She's built lots of calendars.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. And for the giveaways, everybody's got to sign up for the giveaway / newsletter / whatever. I want to share where it is because I had a couple of questions regarding that. Let me see if I could share my screen again. And if you go to our website, and somebody's texting me again, is that Eric?
He's.
Do you not want to say?
Yeah, he says his PC locked up.
All right. So if you go to the website,
issues.
And I'm gonna go. Here you go. So stop sharing. Share screen 2. Why does it keep on asking me that? Screen 2. So if you go to the website, and the website's actually coming out pretty cool. So here's the website. All right. So this is AstroWorldWeb.com, and now in order for you to enter your email in for all the giveaways, now I got some really cool things going on. We can give away something literally every single show till the end of the year without running out of giveaways. That's how much stuff that we got from all the sponsors. So that being said, you don't know what's going to be eligible every show to get. So you're better off signing up. So how to sign up, you just go to the contact us part of the page over here and scroll down to the bottom. And down to the bottom, it'll be sign up for, it just says newsletter right now, but this will be for raffles and everything. First name, last name, birthday, and email. Put that in there, and then I'll get it, and then you'll be entered into the wheel of death. Well, the wheel of prizes automatically. So just please go there, enter your email address. If you don't want the newsletter, please feel free to email me and say your newsletter is garbage. Don't send it to me, and I won't send it to you anymore. But in order for you to be eligible for the raffles, this is just an easier way to get people's emails, not only to put it on the wheel of names, but also to notify the person that has won when they win. Because there's going to be a lot of stuff, including free Masters of Pix Insight workshops, free IP for AP yearly memberships, filters and books and accessories from High Point, money from Camera Concepts, and something from Prima Luce, which we won't name again. But all that stuff.
Woodland Hills.
What's that?
You said High Point.
Damn it! I did it again. Why do we got High Point on the mind? I don't know why. Maybe because it's in Jersey and it's right next to me. I don't know. I apologize. From Woodland Hills, and then you can just sign up here, put in your email address here, and I'll get it right away. And if you really like what we do, YouTube, AstroWorld. If you go to the YouTube page, you can now join the AstroWorld community by hitting join. And you could be either a Protostar member, a Main Sequence member, a Red Giant member, and they all have their own little perks. Shirts and T-shirts and hats and stuff like that you get for joining. So feel free to come join us. And all this cash goes to more giveaways. So that's always nice to do too. So that's that. That's my spiel on that.
Hey, looks good, Dan. Website's coming along, looking real good.
Yeah, I got to thank Simon Cowell. I'm not really doing it. I'm just giving him ideas and throwing stuff at him at all crazy random hours of the day because it's like tomorrow, 18 hours ahead. So I always I like text him at like 9 a.m. Eastern, and it's like, midnight over there, like yesterday or something. But again, feel free to just go on there and either join or whatever. Just support the channel, support us, and we will support you as much as we can. So, talking.
Okay, so
Mark.
I got a question for the out here in the group or out in the audience. Can anybody just shout out if they're new to the channel, like new to discovering the channel? Is there anybody? I'd like to know if anybody's out there who's actually just recently joined or discovered the channel.
In the chat?
Yeah, if they can just blast out in the chat or whatever. You know, if this is your first or second show joining, you know, something like that.
Rob.
Hey, Rob,
kind of.
Josh, a few weeks now. Well, Alex, sorta.
Alex, all right.
Well, I want to just personally say thank you guys for coming on and joining us. We really, really appreciate it. I would also like to know from our new members, give me an idea of maybe what drew you to the channel, and if you do have any questions, if you're new to astrophotography, you know, throw out, you know, any type of questions that you might have that we'd be more than happy to try to answer for you. We do normally have a Friday Q&A, you know, but since we really don't have much, we don't have a guest right now, you know, today, I thought maybe it's not a bad idea if anybody has some questions, you know, to that they'd like to ask or get some advice on or assistance on, feel free to drop those into the chat. And again, welcome Dave, welcome Alex, welcome everybody who's just recently joined and discovered, you know, AstroWorld TV. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we believe it or not, we actually usually talk about astrophotography. We've been talking about a lot of stuff other than that right now tonight. So don't think of that as what we know. We normally have a lot of guests. So we've had people like Sean Nielsen a bunch of times, Amy Astro, Ron Breacher, Pete Proul, everybody from Masters of Pix Insight, Warren Keller. So we got a lot of stuff going on coming up front too as well. So just send it.
Hey, speaking of Amy Astro, you guys see her latest video?
No, I haven't.
No.
She's talking about she's talking about the inline camera tilt. It hits right into your optical, and it makes adjust.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, here we go. Scott, I lost everything you said.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
And he's frozen.
Yeah.
Scott, the damn Florida internet is horrible. Move back to New York.
Jeff said he sent a.
Yeah, I was just looking at that, and Jeff, there's no picture attached to that email. I see.
Did he send it to the Discord channel or something?
He sent it to my email.
Okay.
But there's no picture attached. It says this is 43 300-second exposures with the 130.8 reducer. Minimal processing, Bortle 4.5. My question is, should it look this noisy with 250 minutes of integration? Really enjoy your Wednesday and Friday show. Thank you. Jeff, if you want, I'll send you a link. I'll put it in the chat where you can drop it in the Dropbox in the Google Drive. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about where it says to put it. Just throw it in there. Let's see.
Let's see. David, the 294mm Pro flat's not calibrating out dust in WBPP. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm just frustrated with the 294 mono. I'm just frustrated with the 294s. Just when it comes to calibration frames.
Yeah, it's how many seconds are the flats?
Mine,
this guy that's.
Oh, sorry, David. Yeah, how long are your flats? Because my flats, I'm usually doing either 5. I'm not doing 2 seconds because I can still get banding from my Spica flat. I still get banding. So I'm usually doing like 5 seconds or longer.
Well, you got to do something over 2 no matter what it is. So
yeah. So let's see.
I'm throwing this stuff in the chat right now.
Okay. And Alex had a question about the Radiant Triad quad filter. Could I have saved some money towards another filter? Was it a good choice? I'm still learning. Radiant's the Triad it's a really good filter, but yeah, it's expensive. No doubt, it's an expensive filter. And maybe I'm just a bit biased or anything like that, but I'm still going to toot about the Hughtech IDAS NBZ as far as a dual narrow band one-shot color filter. Yeah, Pete, I'm sorry.
When I was at OPT, myself and Chris Hedren were the two guys that beta tested the Triad. The Triad is an H beta 03S2 at 5 nanometers.
Mm-hmm.
It's great if you've got anything less than f 3.5. If you've got like an f5.6 and f7, you're going to be fine. But when you get down to that f 3.5 and less, you're going to have major blue halos. So just be prepared. It's a great filter, expensive, but worth every penny. If you've got something less than say f or greater than say f 3.5.
Mm-hmm. Good to know.
Josh just went to the website and he said he loves the resources there. I said, all right, thank you. Cool. Thank you so much. The question he asked, should I go ahead and get PixInsight? Seems like that's what everyone else uses. That's what his question is.
Not everybody uses it. I do use it, but I don't. It's not my exclusive. For me, it's not my exclusive go-to. I still use quite a bit. I use AstroPixel Processor and Lightroom for a lot of my stuff because I just personally feel that AstroPixel Processor has a much easier learning curve. Its integration process is, I think, fantastic, as well as its background extraction and light pollution extraction. I think it's great. And I know a lot of other people who do a combination of APP to do their integration and their background extraction and then go into PI. So there's a lot of things, there are different things you can do. It is pricey, but I don't see, PixInsight as being when you're looking at everything that you're buying in astrophotography.
That's a small.
It's a very, very small percentage of everything compared to what you're buying for AP.
I agree.
And it is. I'm not gonna lie. It is one of, if not the best, for post, for processing. But it does have that curve. And for me, a AstroPixel Processor is about maybe half the price of PixInsight. It does a great job. It does a great job. There are some things that are missing, such as the noise reduction and a few other, but it does great. So, for example, with its RGB combined, you have that. It's so much easier, especially, to do that RGB combined module versus, say, a Pixelmath, because you have so many different things and algorithms you can do, so you can take one or the other. It just depends. But I will say, as far as learning curve goes, APP is a bit easy. It's going to be a lot easier to learn. However, PixInsight, once you get it, it's worth it. It's good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw a whole do what I do, and I'm just gonna throw monkey wrenches all over the place. So I'll tell you flat off the bat, PixInsight That's the only thing I use. I mean, Eric's like a combination of everything. I use PixInsight. I'm just lazy. I don't want to learn anymore. So me and Pete talk about it all the time. We've been learning new software for 30 years, and we're done. We're done with. I mean, I'm done with learning new stuff. I didn't want to learn. I didn't even want to learn Nina. You know, I was good with SGP, but then Nina, like, kind of, you know, Sean Nielsen gave me a swift kick in the butt and said, "You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to learn." And so I said, "All right." So I learned, and after 5 times of trying it, I learned. But and now I love it. But with PixInsight, I would tell you this. I would tell you this. There is so many different softwares out there for post-processing, image acquisition, and it's just going to get worse. There's going to be more people coming out with more stuff and all this. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Buy one and learn it. I don't care what it is. Just learn it. If it's Deep Sky Stacker and GIMP, I don't care. You know, learn it. Okay. You know, and then once you learn that and you get the theory down and you get everything, then move on. You know what I mean? Or you could do what I did, and I just jumped headlong into PixInsight once it came out because I saw all the support and YouTube videos and all the people. And what Josh was saying is true. Not everybody only uses PixInsight, but there is so much support in videos and stuff on YouTube University, all about it. So I like it. It's a one-stop shopping. But to Eric's point, there are other programs out there that you may want to use. You may want to use APP just for the stack and then bring it into PI and do something there and then bring it into Lightroom to finish up. There are different programs learn different things. But if you're just starting out, do not buy 3, 4, 5 programs and try and learn all 5. Buy one, learn it. When you feel comfortable with it, but you don't think it's doing what you need it to do, then start searching other places.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, but when you're first starting, just get an image.
Yeah.
Get an image. Get something nice. Get something that's nice to you and pleasing to your eye. And who cares what Eric says or I say or Scott? Scott's not saying anything because there he is. Scott, hey. You're slanting this way. So I think there you go. Thank you. But you know, that's basically my spiel on that.
Because
and as you said too, Dan, and this goes with what Eric was saying, that it's the old adage in our hobby is garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage out.
The most important thing is a 3-step process, right? You got data acquisition, first stage. Second stage is aligning, stacking, registration. And then the third stage is the post-processing. And that is the one particular stage where there's a lot of weakness, because that is the learning curve, is understanding and getting involved in post-processing. So as I said, like Dan and Eric say, just find a software program that you feel comfortable with and just stay with it and learn with it. Believe me, you'll be real comfortable. But once you get the bells and whistles on one, it's very easy then to go into another one. So definitely, as Eric was saying and Dan was saying, stay with one program.
Yes, they will definitely stay with one program, especially as you're getting started. To Dan's and especially to Dan's point, once you feel comfortable with that and you're really pleased with that, and if you want to go into another form of software to try it after you've quote unquote mastered, you know, what you started out with, then go for it. You know, like I said, I use APP, but I use PI a lot. Why? Because there are certain things that APP is lacking. As I said, the noise reduction. Another big one is mask. I love doing mask in PI, you know, because it's so helpful. So
and there's so many tools and different ways to do masks and everything in PixInsight that are, you know, and the thing that's great about PixInsight is it's all open source. And what that means is people are writing scripts, which are little basic programs that are doing these complex things like, you know, either fixing your color hue or doing batch pre-processing, or people are writing these programs, and PixInsight is allowing them to put it in their database.
Mm-hmm.
So it's being upgraded by the general public and people that are, people that are into doing the. I'm not into doing the code. I wouldn't even know where to start. But it's really cool that happens. There are other programs that do that well. Nina does that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool that they allow that to happen.
Yeah. So I know there was some other questions.
Cyril is another option.
Cyril. I haven't used it yet personally,
Nope.
but I've heard some good things about it.
Love PixInsight. You never stop learning. Use DSS and Photoshop, but feel lost. I got to tell you, DSS isn't bad once you get past. It's a little clunky as far as trying to get around it. But once you get past it and learn how to work with groups and multi-night stacking and a couple other things that are they were weird for me. I don't know about anybody else that uses it. But DSS, I mean, I put DSS up against PixInsight as far as WBPP and DSS, same images.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually liking the way DSS was coming out. I thought DSS has a little bit better resolution every now and then.
Surprising, huh?
Yeah. But
another one of our AstroWorld members, Tegan, also, he just put out a video on behalf of High Point Scientific about exposure time. I don't know if you've seen that one yet.
I did. I saw it today.
Yeah, which I thought was really good. And to Pete's point, data acquisition, that's the first piece, because as we said, garbage in, garbage out. So that data acquisition is just as every part is important. But data acquisition is probably the most important, in my opinion.
It is
because without that good data, to take your time with your rig, understanding your rig, your scope, your camera, and your setup, perfecting those things, your guide, getting well with understanding how to auto guide, your guiding, all of those things, working with your mount, all these pieces of equipment. Once you get really comfortable and start mastering that equipment, your equipment, the data acquisition is going to be so much better than when you first got started. It's going to be amazing. And with data acquisition, for me, I'm not saying go out there and take super long exposures, but really examine your target. Rely on resources such as maybe say AstroBin, for example. If you have an idea of a target that you'd like to image, utilize AstroBin. It's relatively a free website. Look up and do some searching on that target, and maybe see if others have used similar pieces of equipment that you have to give you an idea. So there's that piece, to try to understand, maybe your exposures, and stuff like that. But the big thing is that data acquisition. And as Ernie was saying, the balance, the tilt, the back focus, those things. And understanding also how much is maybe too much, learning the histogram, understanding if you're going too long or too short, if you're possibly clipping, things like that. So it is a process, but it's so worth it when you really are able to master your own equipment. So off my soapbox for a minute.
Rob Clayton had a question. Actually, Josh, for those of you guys who have been following Josh on the Discord channel first, he's been having some big issues with his EQ M35 and the gears. he actually took apart his gearbox and it was slipping. And now he's ready to do it again. It looks like because it took if I remember right, Josh, I believe it took a fall, and it's been not good ever since. But Rob Clayton had a question regarding the CEM26 and the ASI Air. Is a way to bypass the hand controller. I thought there was. I thought there was a USB.
You know what? I don't know on the CM25 because I have a CEM60, right?
Yeah, but I know that there was a Cloudy Nights thing about the CEM26 and the ASI Air. Good thing it's winter.
Yeah, because you tried the USB to RJ11 cable and it would not connect. Really? Because the CEM60 and 26, they and when it comes to ASI Air, they use the same drive. They use the same driver. They use the same. It's the same selection for 26 and the 60. You choose it, and it works for both. That's interesting.
Yeah, it looks like the thread on here. It's saying you have to go through the hand controller for the CEM26.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know the.
Yeah, I'm looking at a bunch of stuff, and it basically is saying, you might want to try. Okay, one of the things, the baud rate. You may want to change the baud rate to 115. Give that a shot, and see if that works by just using the USB-A right out of the mount. That's what I'm reading on here. So that's another thing. So give that a shot too. Because let's see, the only thing I've seen someone with is unpowered USB hub.
Does the mount have a USB port?
Baud is at 115.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a shot. I'd like to know what you find out, Rob, because there's not a lot of information on any of the forums about it with the CEM26.
Yeah, sorry, because I know with the 60, I don't necessarily need to use the
60, the 70, the 120. None of them need a hand controller.
Need the hand controller. No.
Poor Josh. Josh is having such a hard time with the CQM35. Yeah, the dog knocked it over. That's what it was. It smashed it. Damn dog.
Yeah, the one thing that just bums me out. It's not the ASI or ZWO's fault. It's just the architecture of utilizing these mini PCs or Raspberry Pis. I honestly wish it had a couple more, at least 2 more USB 3 ports.
Yeah,
because
you could buy an Eagle.
Anyway,
I knew that was coming.
You can buy an Eagle.
I knew I was setting myself up.
Eric stepped into that one.
I knew I was setting myself up.
I wish I had a zoom into. The blinking and everything was great on that.
It was a little moment, and it was.
It's like you could hear a pin drop. It's like.
Yeah.
Quiet, Mark. Quiet, use. Can't go wrong with the Eagle. Quiet.
Shut up. Sit down.
Quiet, use.
Listen,
Dan Higgins, unfriend.
Hey, there's that monkey wrench again.
Yeah, no, yeah. Because actually, I do on all of my. I have 3 ASI Airs. I have 2 Pros and I have the Plus. Well, actually, I have the first model too, which I really don't use anymore. But every time I've had to use a small unpowered USB 3 hub, so I can get a few more ports out of it, and it works great. I just am saying that I wish I wouldn't necessarily have to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, because 4 is tight, man.
Yeah,
you think about it. You got the mount. You got the camera.
Yeah.
If you have a ZWO, you could take your guide camera and put it into your cooled camera.
You can
and use that. So that gives you that gives you 2 extra USBs.
Yes. But see, the thing is that you only have 2 3s and you only have 2 USB 2s.
Yep, that's the whole thing. So, I mean, but listen, I have an I knock ASI Air all the time, and I shouldn't, because it's a really, really awesome piece of equipment for $300. You can't beat it. I have one sitting right over here.
Yeah,
and it works awesome. It's a piece of cake. I mean, it's a cakewalk. I mean, you sit there and it almost does everything for you. I mean, it really does. Yeah. And now that you can use stuff like BlueStacks to log in, you can sit. You can do it from the warmth of your own room now.
Exactly.
And that means a lot to a lot of people that are old and don't like cold, like myself.
Yeah.
So it's really, really a good.
Just move to Florida.
Yeah. I know. Well, I know. Move to where the warmth is. I know.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
So, but
right.
But no, I mean, even with my setup, I mean, I pretty much work everything down here, even with the ASI Air, because the cool, and the Eagle has this too, so you can have an Ethernet backbone, and I'm fortunate enough that I'm able to do that, that I'm able to run everything via Ethernet and manage everything through BlueStacks. What's wrong, Dan?
Now he lost his audio.
Lost your audio.
Muted, Dan.
Can't hear you.
Things are switching and doing stuff. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. It's like the Gremlins are running the show tonight. I swear.
I tell you.
So I will throw out another question. The Red Cat 71, I just started using a week ago, and it seems as though it makes the stars really bloated or fuzzy. However, the focus was good. That's interesting. I'd like to see a picture if you have one.
I'd like to see a picture of that. Yeah. What camera are you using?
Yeah, let's find out what the image scale is, because
if they're oversampling.
That's right.
Yes.
The Russians are hacking.
So Robert, if you can share that, because I don't know how many new people who are getting into astrophotography are aware of some of the tools and websites that are out there, such as astronomy.tools, where you can pair your equipment to you can even put in custom information if it's not necessarily there, and see where your image scale in a way is, if you're going to be relative, if you're going to be possibly oversampling, undersampling. So
plus also, what is his seeing conditions? I mean, it could be
that could be as well.
Yeah. It could be above 4 or 5 arc seconds, and it doesn't matter. You're not going to get sharp, round, tight stars when you're dealing with that kind of seeing. So there's just a lot of different things you're going to have to kind of read to understand. And if I can maybe give some advice to a lot of people that are coming in, there's a book out there, and believe me, this will be the best investment that you'll get, is buy the book called The Deep Sky Imaging Primer. It will be your Bible. Everything we're talking about and everything we will be talking about will all be detailed in that book. And then having Charles Bracken on as one of the guests. Believe me, it's a wealth of information that you'll always be going back to as a resource, and it will answer all of your questions.
I'm actually pulling up astronomy.tools now.
It's kind of like people say, well, what do I do? And I go, well, first of all, you got to kind of know your way around the sky. Do you know your constellations? And I always say, you might want to kind of get an idea about what constellations are and how you can kind of get up there and look and see how you can kind of see how they look in stick figures. Because if you don't know your constellations, well, that's just it. So always get a book and make reference to it.
So he said it was also happening with this 2600 as well.
Okay.
Well, the 2600 with a Red Cat, you're way oversampled.
Yeah.
I'll show you real quick. So for those of you that don't know what this is, don't show this warning again. Go away. Understand. Okay. So when you're looking at this, This is astronomy.tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with the William Optics RedCap 51 and the 2600. Okay, now this is of course without a reducer. I find it hardly. I don't think you're going to be using a reducer with a RedCat. It doesn't come with it. It comes with a flattener. But if you take a look at this, you are way into the oversampling area of the graph. Okay, which means that your pixels, if you change your camera to a small pixel size, you would see that you would have a better sampling rate here. So
hold on for just a second. I don't mean to interrupt you there, Dan. Can you put the focal length just so we can be sure? You know, I know you pulled up the RedCat, but can you just modify the focal length to 350 millimeter?
Why?
Because that's the 71. He said the 71, not the 51.
Oh, he said the 71? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. Okay. So you're still oversampling. I'm sorry, you're undersampling here.
Yeah, you're undersampling. Okay. Yep.
Okay, so you're undersampling. So bloated stars.
Send me a picture. So you really shouldn't be bloated much.
No, you should be getting blocky, if anything.
Blocky. You should be getting blocks, yeah. Because if it was oversampled, it would be on the opposite side here. It would be towards.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did say oversampled to begin with. I apologize. It was undersampled.
And Dennis, is APP as CPU and memory intensive as PI? It can be, but you can actually very easily throw whatever the resources you want to dedicate towards it. So it doesn't necessarily have to, you know. So it really won't necessarily try to.
Here we go. I got to get somebody off the chat.
Yeah,
we've just been bombed.
Yep.
Sorry for everybody. I'll get that off. I apologize. Sometimes these bots just don't want to leave us alone. Now that we're over 1,000 members, they start.
YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube, we were just bombed by Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah.
And
remove.
No soup for you.
Yep, there you go. First one. Yeah, there you go. That one right there.
I'm sorry, I'm getting all these off, so I apologize, everybody. Got like 4 of them. I hate when people do this.
Yeah, it's just one of those nights, Dan.
Yeah.
I just reported them all.
Yeah.
So.
Well, good.
Okay.
Good deal.
So yeah, I gotta moderate this as we go, and the only way to do it, you can't do it through the chat on the Melon. You gotta go in. But anyway, where were we? I'm sorry. After I seen that.
So I mean, so you don't have oversampled. You have undersampling. You should be.
Sorry.
So
yeah, let's see if
it could be scene conditions. It could be scene conditions.
Okay, so I believe. Is that yours? The M78? Is that? Let's see. Just give me an okay if that's yours. There's no name on it, so I'm downloading it now. And I'm just wondering what we see here. I'm wondering if this is. Did he say if this was his or not? Another good book, the AstroPhotography Manual by Chris Woodhouse. Yeah. Well, just so you know, Chris Woodhouse is going to be on the show eventually. So I just bought his book the other day, And I'm thumbing through it as we take to get to do it in anticipation of him showing up. But Jeff Lansing was the M78. Let's see, where's
Rob said he's uploading now.
okay, good. So Jeff, what about that M78 picture? What did you want us to take a look at before I throw it up there?
Yeah, so do I, Mark. I have to, even with my 8, I have to bend to keep things, even with my reducer or whatever, or going f10. I still have to bend, so I don't go over.
Let's see. Well, I have an M78 picture up here from Jeff. We could share this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mark, just to let you know, the one camera that's a 9-micron pixel size is the Moravian. It's the C4 16,000 camera.
I haven't spent enough time in Orion. There's just so much cool stuff in that freaking
console. So I believe he was talking about the noise in this one.
Okay. Yeah.
There's quite a bit of noise.
Yeah, there is noise. Yeah.
And Jeff, I guess my question is, can you give us some stats on this as far as data? How much time we putting in here? I know you might have said it before, so I apologize. I missed it. But give us some stats on this. What scope, one cam, and what portal you at? So that'd be nice. So let's wait for those stats. But yeah, there is quite a bit of noise in there. And I don't have the project file, so I don't think that this looks like it's from APP. It looks like it says APP in there.
I believe the 183s can bend up to 4x4.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I have a 183.
Yeah. Great small pixel size, high res, small pixel size. It's a workhorse of a camera. It's been around for God knows how long.
Let's see. Yes, 183. Just so I double check.
Excuse me.
Can't find it right now. And I'm just waiting for some stuff in the chat.
I'm just taking a look and seeing if there's other questions, anything else.
I'm just waiting for Jeff for some stats on that picture.
Yep.
On M78, and I think let's see if that other picture got loaded up. Not yet.
Why not? That would be the 8-inch RC. I think would be I think great for Galaxy season.
Yeah, on an 8-inch, yeah, absolutely.
An 8-inch Richie, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good cam. I have the MC too. I have the MC sitting over here.
Yeah.
And it's a good camera. I've had a 183. I've had a QHY. I've had a ZWO, and they've both been decent cams. But again, to Chris's point, it is a small sensor.
Small well.
But that's one of the reasons why you're getting a cool camera at under $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say it's $799 or $899 if I remember right.
Yeah, it's about $800.
Yeah, so
for the color.
So it is the entry level color cooled camera. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. That's why it was my first camera. I sold it, but exactly, it was my very first camera.
All right, so Jeff wrote again. Yeah, so it was 43 5-minute exposures with a 294, Bortle 4.5, flats, darks, and